whole theory after all.
So my cousin actually sent me the personality test last night, even though my other cousin Jermaine. Peace and love, Jermaine and David. I love you guys. Gosh, new queen, Hopi, Lenitra. We haven't met yet, but I hear about you a lot, and I love you so much. I mean, we met, but we haven't had a chance to bond yet. Cousin Judy, cousin Bridget. Oh my God, it's a lot. It's like an army. And I'm so tickled because this feels like I belong and I'm welcome and I'm okay to be me. They're helping me deal with my traumas, not just trying to erase them as if my existence is a trauma in itself. I can't run from that. I don't know about nobody else. Y'all run on, run, run fast as you can. I'm not going crazy or being miserable. I have to. I'm doing this work by myself, and I'm just really grateful for the people that God has given me. Even though I'm always trying to do things on my own, I'm very proud of myself. Going no contact with my immediate, both of my immediate sides. I'm dealing only with distant cousins who are doing genealogy research, who knows the condition of our families, who is accepting the condition of what has been done to us and what we're dealing with because of what was done to us. I'm not dealing with no family members who are delusional. You know, um, I just can't. I don't even know if that's the right word. It's the only word I can think of this early in the morning. After talking to my mothers on Mother's Day, to my mom on Mother's Day, I really have the perspective that I need, and I know it's true. I know when somebody lying to me. I know when somebody lying because they believe in what somebody else say. I know adults' responsibility because I am one. I know a parent's responsibility because I have a child. Honey, my child is 18 years old. They're beautiful, and I have sticks, bats, honey, all kinds of stuff. Because I'm going to protect her. She's 18 out here in this messed up world, and it's so sad how our families are, but it's so beautiful what a lot of us are doing. There's so much going on. I can't tell you everything. I got new developments this week. Well, we got new developments this week. Um, Now we're on another trail in Delaware. In Delaware, of all places. These bones is calling me in Delaware now. So I don't know. Like this is something that was assigned to me. Most people don't even care about who in their household. So I'm going doing ancestral work, God's work, the family that God aligned before all this mess. This the work I'm doing, and it's beautiful. It's hard. It should be it should be a representative from every human family on this planet doing this. But I see ego is huge. Ego is huge. I've silently begged to know who I was all my life. Silently and verbally asking questions. And this society failed me. And I'm pretty sure numerous children failed. Failed. Now, after you fail, it's hard to be respected. It's hard. That's just the way it works. I can respect not failing. I mean, I understand the ramifications of what was done here to us as a people. I see it. I see it in my DNA results. I see it in my archaeology results. I see the war. I see it. I see when the African got in my blood. I see it. I see the misclassified Indians in my blood that I can't claim. I can't walk around and say I'm a part of these people. No one will believe me. I was telling my cousin that yesterday. She was like, huh? I'm like, I call her cousin, sister, mommy, because I don't have my sisters. They don't like me. I don't fit the narrative of their life. I don't have my mom. That's deep. I have her in my soul, in my heart. But because of what my dad did, I can't have my mom. So I call my cousin, sister, mom. Mind you, when I was a little girl, and this is something that I do clearly when I go through a loss, because my aunt that's living, my only last living aunt, I ain't talking about my biological family. I don't even consider them family. They've never been in those roles. Like Auntie Rose, call you, take care of you, come pick you up, do this, do that. Like I can't give these titles to people that didn't do nothing just because somebody abused my mom. And I'm learning that it goes both ways, even with my siblings. I have no right to be in their life at all because their dad was a monster. Excuse me, our dad. I have no right to be in their life because he was a monster. That's not, he was a monster. So I don't even know what I was doing. This is how I know. Abuse, I don't register it correctly because of the way I was raised with these sharecropping people, these people that was born to sharecrop. The dysfunction of slavery is in my family today. Grandma passing is still affecting this family today. Or that family. I'm not even, I'm no contact. Like, I woke up 4 days in a row laughing. Like, my spirit felt lighter. I probably should have did this from the beginning. I didn't know. Like, I'm not versed in this type of stuff. I've never done this before to have experience. Clearly, everybody I'm dealing with has zero experience with trauma survivors. So it's like I put myself through this. I did this. So I'm taking all the steps needed to do what needs to be done for everybody. And I'm just sorry that I put myself out there. I'm gonna talk to myself though. Very sorry to myself. Putting myself through this shit. But this is what happens when you do a DNA test and some of your family is monsters. Only people, only two people that have never come to me, have dead people come to me. That's why I be like, you don't gotta call me and tell me nobody dead for real, for real. They'll be here if they going supposed to come. Cause really don't, cause they come. I've had so many people, especially here. I've always been a dreamer. I just didn't really understand what was going on. But now that I know who I am, I get it. I get it now. I got a lot of stuff going on. Child, being European, African, and fucking American, original American, and child, being all parts of this whole world is a lot. I'm not black, that's for sure. Unbelievable. I have a question. So, black is distinguishable as a group from Africa. Can anyone tell me which group that is? Because I have been searching and I can't find nothing. Not even on the government website. They keep talking about a group in Africa. Which one? What if I'm from the one that ain't black? Which one? Ugh. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. We got a meeting today. I'm gonna go. I have a spreadsheet I need to do over something. They did something to my cousin Matthews on my true ancestry child. I don't know what happened, but they did a lot of upgrading to her kit. Like adding new stuff, and her numbers are totally different. So I had to swipe her whole page off and do it over. You should see the ancestor spreadsheet that I did. It's like beautiful. Try and wait till I go to this. I'm be like, you're very unprofessional. This is a grievance. It's something that y'all did, and you got me running back and forth. Don't give me no date, no appointment. I never think I'm gonna be just getting up, running back and forth, sitting in your office. Ma'am, I am antisocial. Ma'am, do you understand what that means? Order expected today. Track package food. State Department of Texas and Finance. Child, who name on it? Is it a check? Cause I'm broke. Is it a check? Cause I'm broke. I gotta pay all these bills that I could have paid when I was going through graduation. Thank God they gave us cable. Department of Finance. Yeah, right. I'm talking about here, right. Child, the Department of Finance only send out checks, right? What do they want? They might be giving me the $63. Child, do y'all know that's how much y'all supposed to be paying for the school kids? Y'all giving them $63. That's why the kids be being. Child, my daughter curriculum costs more than that a month. This why the kids is like they is. If they only paying $63 a year for the one child, that's how much their curriculum costs. Cause I swear that's what they said. Cause I homeschool. So when I did my so-called state tax shit, it said since I homeschool, I don't have to pay the school tax, which I been paying. I paid it last year. They ain't said nothing about it. I'm up here paying tax for y'all kids to go to public school and be treated like workers. And I'm sitting here paying my own daughter's school and paying tax on that too. Like I done been tax. Child, they text me to think. I think I think I paid taxes for thinking. They tax you for everything. I don't understand how Britain lost. I could have sworn that's what they was fighting Britain for. So how y'all was fighting Britain for this and then turn around and do the same damn thing? Come on now. They tax the money. I'm not going to be taxed to go to work. You're not going to tax me for the energy God gave me. Does that make any? I don't think that makes sense. I'm not doing it. I paid into a lot of taxes. Being single too, they charge you they charge you really heavy taxes being single and having no kids. That's why people be having all them kids to get stuff. Cause you get taxed to work. You already black, you gonna get black woman. The woman that bring the child in, you get paid the least. It's just a lot going on. Going on contact is serious. It's really serious. Cause even if I was to be like, oh, like there's no going back after no contact. Child, they need to send this shit before my shit go off with my baby. Not this website. Child, this New York. New York don't play that. Yeah, all these families done abandoned me. Even my ex-husband family abandoned me and this baby child. These people is terrible. It's just some very bad humans out here. And you really just can't even just work with them. You just gotta leave them where they at. I went no contact with people before. My ex-husband family, my ex-husband, no contact. Child, he went no contact with me without letting me be in my own divorce. These people do fraud, they do everything. I just cannot. I've been through too much. 18 years of hell. That court order not over. It ain't gonna be over till she 25. I just hope people know that. I mean, I'm not saying nobody ruined my life, but when you get married and have vows with God, these men will leave you with these babies and look at you like, why are you complaining? Excuse me, I went into the marriage with nothing. Why did I leave with something? It's crazy shit ever. I wanted to leave the marriage just like you did. The same way you left, the same way you entered the marriage you left. You know, it just be the principle of stuff to me. Like this dysfunctional three-way family is just dysfunctional in-laws, dysfunctional maternal side, dysfunctional paternal side. I'm in the middle, like no contact. Please don't call me. I don't exist. Is that better for you? How about that? I don't exist. I have no problem going no contact with people, especially unhealthy people. Some of the things that I had to listen to people say to me, they're lucky they were able to say it, and I didn't really like go the fuck off and go really Columbine. No. A lot of people get pushed to the edge out here because people are not well enough to deal with people. And I had to really realize that a lot of people are not well. A lot of people are angry. They project it on the others. Like, I don't even do that. Now, I might snap at you because I'm sick of people. There's nothing wrong with that. I love people and I'm getting used to people treating me like a human being. But it's very new for me. My cousin has to teach me how to deal with her because I don't know her. But I love her and I love how she is with me. It's like I've never been treated like this in my life. I've never had people say the same thing they say to me unless they were one trying to get something out of me or just lying. Like she's so supportive. She is my cousin's sister mama. I didn't have a mama. My mama was a child that I was adopted by a very, very hurt. The United States did a lot of stuff to a lot of people that they want to erase, not knowing that you can erase it all you want, but it's still living in our families, what you did to these people. We're severed. We're severed from everything, our original God, our original language, our original way of life. Everything is severed. And I'm not saying, oh my God, I miss the old days. I can't say that. All I had was hell. But I can say I can see that something's missing. I can see that everything is missing. Because we don't even know how to help each other. Or we want to say high and look low. Because, oh, it didn't happen to me. Or, oh, I did the work and I'm good. So I can look at y'all like this and that. Like, I don't even do that. I would never do that. A lot of people are. It took me 40. I'm 44. 2 years. 2 years. I was only allowed to know who I was. I had to number one pay for it. I had to spit in a tube. I had to publicly take a public DNA test just to know who I was. I've asked God a million times, no answers. I asked my family a million times, lies. I took it upon myself to know who I was, and I know that I had to do that. I'm more of an active person. I like to do and get things done because I know nobody's coming out the sky to do it for me. I sure can't trust a human being with my life. I did that as a baby, and look where it got me. Look where it got me. I should have left up at that hospital on my own. If I could have walked, if I could have walked, I would have left at that hospital on my own. We got a meeting today. I'm gonna be in it. I try to make the meetings every month. I want to run to be a member of the board, but there's a fee. And I don't know, I'm thinking about asking like all my cousins if I make like a, because I'm literally building something. I don't want to say too much, like what I'm doing or what I'm thinking, because it's still manifesting. But I wonder, should I go ahead on and get like, make a new cash app, or make a new PayPal on my email with a different name. They're like personal stuff. And maybe people like family members in this on this journey can donate like maybe $5 or $10 to like invest in me to be on the board because it is a fee. But I don't know. Like I'm so awkward dealing with people. I don't know. I be scared to ask stuff. I really do. I be scared to ask for anything from people because I'm so used to just being treated any kind of way. Some of my friends, I had got really comfortable with them, but they're connected to my family, so I'm just really in a tough spot to where I'm just no contact. I just have to go no contact with everybody. It was the hardest. Who would have thought that going no contact from all this dysfunction would be so hard? I could have been did this had I known it was gonna feel this good. Child, I would have told everybody to go to hell. No, I'm not telling nobody to go to hell. Even though you might be going there because do you ever wonder, like the story of God and like the fables and stuff, like what if that was God? Would you have been able to be entered into heaven if you'd have treated this person? Do y'all ever think that way? Because I be thinking that way, and maybe this was wrong with y'all. Not my block captains, but I'm saying society. When I say y'all, I'm not talking personally to my block captains. If you're here, then you're like me and you relate. I be wondering, like, when people be doing stuff, do you ever think, like, I really don't think people be thinking about stuff like this when they be doing stuff, or when random people come in your life or strangers. Do you ever think about how you treat them? Do you ever think that, like, that's a test for you? I be wondering, cause I be wondering that I be seeing a lot of stuff like when I'm outside, how people gravitate to me. Like people be like, "You got this light on you," and they just, I mean, complete strangers. I'm never cold to them, you know, cause I'm like, what if this is my, I can't even explain it, but like, what if this is something like a test to see my heart, see who I really am, you know, stuff like that expose you, how you deal with people that can't help you. Like there's a homeless man out here. I call him my brother. Mind you, my brother was murdered. So a lot of people I call my brother because I have a hole in my heart. Every time I say him, he's sick. He don't got no Medicaid. He's sick. You can see it on his face. He's sick. And every time I see him, I'm always encouraging him and telling him that I love you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his situation. I don't know. He might not have no family. Sometimes our family just be dead and gone. And we just be out here lost, no support, nobody cares. And you wind up in the street. I was there. Me and my child was homeless for a long time. And that's another thing. I did a lot of healing on my own. A lot of people want to take credit for me going to the shelter. Yeah, you can take credit for me needing shelter. You can't take credit for what the state did. You can take credit for me needing to run for my life. Yes. Nobody can take credit for me making a change for myself. I don't even get a state credit. I give that family in that shelter credit because we're still linked to this day, and I've been out the shelter for almost 5 years, 3 years. I've been up here almost 6 years. The best move I ever made, away from everybody that I thought I had a life with. I deal with so much trauma. Like there's some of my family members I can't talk to you because I don't know where the children are, and it's broken my heart all the way. Like at first it was just cracking. all of this stuff, like the situation with my father, that just put the nail in the freaking coffin. And the way I was treated for 2 years by both sides. I literally had to sit, because I do energy audits. I'll sit back and look at how is this situation treating me. Is it bringing me joy? Is it fulfilling needs? Do I have monetary gain? Do I have losses? I have had to smoke so much weed to get over shit people say. Don't even know how it's going to affect me because you don't believe me. Nobody believes what happened to my mother. Nobody. Not even her own family. This is why she's gone. Just like my mother. I'm not gonna live a lie to let somebody else be comfortable in their own lie. I'm not gonna live that lie with nobody. See, I study psychology. One thing I don't need is a therapist because I am one. I know how to go into a situation and remove emotions and ego. That is how I decided to go no contact because I do energy audits on here all the time. Well, I used to. I probably should start that to show people the process of healing yourself. Because when you're giving your power away for someone else to heal you, best believe you will never be healed. Because that's not what they want. Especially if you are some form of fiat for them. It just don't work like that. I've been in mental health a long time. I've tried every pill they told me to take. They tried to kill me. And if I wasn't going no contact, I could have hundreds of people to testify to that. I even had a black judge turn me down for doing 10 years. I was about to do 10 years. My baby would have been out here with y'all. I would have killed myself in there. Lord forgive me. I wouldn't have been able to. I would have died from stressing about what the y'all was doing to my child. You hear the police? I love when they talk on the speaker. What are you doing? Get out the street. New York lit. I love it. One day I had this dress on in the police officer talking about you have nice legs. I said, dang. That happened one day. I was over there by Central Park. Baby lit. I swear he was an Italian. I would get me somebody that's not black. I don't mean no disrespect, but it's just too much. It's too much. The ego. Like, are we damaged and dismantled or not? Like, if we're damaged, then there's work to do. If we're all doing fine, then there's no work to do. I don't see nobody doing fine. Nobody. I see people putting on, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I can't do it. I'm not a faker. Like, I have to be true to everything. My emotions, how I'm feeling. Today is going to be a beautiful day. Why? Because yesterday was a beautiful day. The day before that was a beautiful day. And the day before that was a beautiful day. But the day before that day was terrible. I don't ever want to feel like that again. I cried for 8 hours. My cousin was on the phone with me for 8 hours, speaking life into me. People would be happy if I would jump out my window. That's what they would be happy about. But most people don't know how strong I really am. You know, I was the sexual assault baby that got beat for being born all her life. So you really don't know how strong I am. I do. Too strong. And it hurts. But I wake up laughing now. I understand my father. I feel for my mother. My grandmoms, both of them did this. But I guess everybody can't be a freedom fighter. You know, somebody got to be the sellout. The sellouts in every generation. Somebody has to sell out. Most people don't like hearing that, but come on. Let's just be real with each other. I'm exhausted. We're trying to keep up this facade. Like, I hate to say we, but I gotta say we for identification purposes. Like we not messed up. Where's the work at? And God ain't gonna fix it. You got to do it yourself. You got to clear your mind up so God can come in here and be here. Like I have connected to something that's been waiting for me, and it's a beautiful process. I don't align with any religion. I do say the Most High now out of respect for my cousin because she's older. My sister is actually older than her, but she's still close to my sister's age. That reminds me of my adopted mother's age when I was a little girl. My adopted mother was 65 when she adopted me, and these people are in this age range. So it's giving me a lot of kind of deja vu. So I was forced. I wasn't shown respect by my mother. I was forced to respect her, feared her, forced to fear and respect her at the same time. So I'm trying to rewire my my motherboard. Try to rewire my motherboard. But as for the respect, it goes a long way. And when I'm not really religious. I'm not. I'm not. I've done enough research that I'm not religious at all. All of it is a tool to control people. And I will say this. I'm sure they needed to be controlled after yeah. I'm not saying most people don't need religion. Most people do. I don't have to stand on it because I know where I know my connection and it's private. I don't really like, and I hate when people share it with me because I would have to just sit here like this. I would just have to, I don't want to. My views are not like anyone else's. I don't fit in this puzzle like that. Not that way. The way I fit in this puzzle is because I'm human and I'm growing and I'm healing and I'm trying and my perceptions are not like everybody else's. But see, I don't have like I know there is a higher power that's been holding my. I know it's a higher power, and my ancestors have been walking with me this whole time, giving me information in these dreams. Even when I was on Xanax, Zoloft, all this crazy medicine from these white people and these officers just scrolling down on screen and picking a pill to give me, not even knowing what I've been through because I didn't know myself. Exhausted with trying to fit in with this crazy ass mental asylum. But I'm grateful for my own peace that I've been able to build. Look at my background. I just love this. It just makes me so happy. I would love to be in the forest with this scene. I can go in my living room and lay on my couch. I'll cut my TV on, cut my music on, look at my plants. I'm finding peace in myself because I realize that black family is equals dysfunction. And if you don't have dysfunction in your family and you're misclassified as black, you're diluted as black, you better thank God and anybody else you can find to thank. Because that's a good thing. We've got 492 pages of abuses done against us by the locality, the state, and the government. 492 pages of abuses that we're living through every day. Until we deal with that, it's not going to get any better out here. It's going to get worse. I want to send love to the families in Philly of those mass shootings. Even though I know there was way more that would hit my heart because I used to sit in the bar with that guy and I was like, oh my God, I'm glad he ain't never shoot that bar up and I couldn't have made it home to my daughter much as I was in that bar. But then again, I could say that, period. Just thank God I live because I had guns to my head 4 times. first time ever, I was shot at. I thank God that girl didn't kill me, because I wouldn't be here today sitting here getting all this good developments. I will share this. I went on my tree, my ancestry, and guess who was looking at my tree? Because they got this little section you can see who was looking at your tree. The New England Geographical Genealogy, excuse me, the New England Genealogical Society. The New England, that's Massachusetts. But mind you, my family built that after some of these immigrants came over here and mixed in with my people that had land. Because don't nobody want to believe who I am. I'm not going to tell anybody anymore. Just don't call me black. Like my grandma Betty Games said, I ain't no Negro. What's up? Yeah, I have Negro relatives. Yes. Yes, I have Negro admixtures. Yes. Yes. And yes, I have slavery in my blood. Yes, I do. Slavery, indentured service, and enslaved. Pick one. Child colonial. Yes, I do. Just ran up on something I ain't even gonna talk about. I just got the paper. Thank you, Mommy Crystal. You are amazing. Like she said, it is good to rub shoulders with people higher up. Even though I was like, that is okay, but I'm realizing I'm dealing with different people. That's who she is. She rubs shoulder with the big people. Places I can't sit. They'll never hear me because number one, I'm who I am. That's the first problem. I'm who I am, and I'm never going to assimilate. I'm never going to not be rebellious. I'm never going to not be semi-revolutionary. Because I'm the revolutionary in my family on both sides. I don't know if there are any. I would have been standing, like, I don't even believe my dad would have liked me. Grandma, I'm sure, wouldn't have liked me. And I know what I know now. So that day we went up there, I would have sat right in that car that whole time riding with my friends. They'd have been bailing me out of jail that night or leaving me in Philadelphia. I went up there with Teresa, Anthony, and Michael Lanier. Had I known what I know now, I would have tricked their ass to take me up there for me to cut up. I'd have took every brick out their house with my bare hands. I would have huffed and puffed until the whole motherfucking block came down. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Especially back then, I know she was scared. I will say that. People are intimidated by me. But it's only people that have done did something they ain't got no business. Most people are not intimidated by me. I have noticed that. Most people that are intimidated by me are people who have had the chance to harm me and I don't know yet. Like, that's the God honest truth. So yeah, this no contact thing is serious. I hope nobody think that they that important that it's all about them, because it ain't. This whole journey been all about me the whole time. I'm just stepping up to all about me frequency because I'm tired of feeling bad. And some of the stuff these people were saying to me, I'm just now realizing it bothered me. Because all these adults been protecting all they self and all these adults protecting themselves, but nobody protect my child mother. And they still, nobody wants to admit they're on neither side. So I just want to go no contact before I really blow up and really, really, before Voquisha come out me. Because that's going to happen about my mother. My mother's on a feeding tube from what black people did to her own family, and these people's family did to her. And everybody got away with it and get to live and have their family and run, love their kids and stuff, while me and my mother is dismantled. I don't think people really realize what what was done. Because nobody wants to face reality. See, I can't be around people that don't want to be in reality. And this is why me and black people can't get along. Because black people keep walking around talking about they black. You're not black. But you can stay black. Go ahead. Look, I got a pimple on my nose. That thing ugly. Stay black. I'm tired of being something that I'm not. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm exhausted with you people. The black family is a conundrum for me, and I have a podcast, Conundrums of Blackness. Do you think I'm making it like, where would I get this from? Where would I get this from? Even God didn't name you black, so I don't understand. Like, even with people like, God didn't give us this name. And my family believed that we came out the ground. My real original family, this is what they believed. I be feeling bad because I don't have a connection to some things that other people have. But if you look at my DNA, you'll see why. Everybody wants me to claim this. I have zero connection to it. If I had it, you would be able to see it. Um, Everybody keeps calling me black. I've had white people, I don't even know if they white. I can't even say that. I've had trolls come on here and like call me monkey. I'm from Africa. I'm this. I'm from Africa. I'm from Africa. Can you please prove that? Prove it. Because I'm actually doing the work. I haven't proved that. I did prove that I have African admixtures. I sure do. And they were European as hell. Hmm. Hmm. We all know the Moors was over there all that time. Just like you got all these mixed people here now that's supposedly black and white. That's because these people been here all this time doing all this stuff. So why wouldn't it be African Europeans over there? Where did they go? Clearly they expelled them because they ain't there. Where they at? Even with the black soul blacks, you better stop using black and be distinguished. Which blacks? The European blacks, soul blacks? Of course they did. What did you think they came over here for? They worked, got the land, and enslaved. In that order. Worked, was given lots of land, and they enslaved. In that order. Now today I gotta hear people say black soul blacks and blacks is this and blacks is that. I have friends that talk like this. The immigrant friends that talk like this. It's a real conundrum here going on, and it's so many layers. And I just got fed up with everybody and their rhetoric and their spewing, and I'm so tired of the negativity. There's no building in that. There's no building in negativity. You can't build with negative energy. You just can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. And if you're godly, there's no God in that. I don't need to talk about that type of stuff to people. I'm not that type of person, and I don't like the fellowship with people. Any divine connection that I got is so private. It's private for me. I don't trust people that much. I don't like his children that much. I don't like y'all that much. Not like that, but like it just don't work like that for me. Cause that means that person gotta think like I think, or have the same connection to their source like I do, and I just do not. I don't operate like that. I know I'm severed from almost everybody and everything. I was born severed. So I don't have that. I don't have it. I don't want it. I'm gonna do this work that I've been assigned to do because no child is born into this unless they have something that needs to be done. And I took a personality test. I am definitely advocate INFJT. I've never had a personality test. No one has ever. That's what I'm saying. Like nobody has ever took time. And I was in the churches. I played piano for churches. I worked for these people, and they never did anything for me in return besides giving me fiat, dead money, money that was attached to my ancestors' blood. It's the only thing I ever got. They never gave me anything of substance like teaching me, helping me with my personality, helping me understand my personality, helping me understand my ways that I got from this monster and my child mother and their relatives. I've literally been walking around for 42 years, a zombie, like a Frankenstein experiment. It's the hardest thing to be, and it exhausted me. But I'm so grateful that somehow this spell was broken on me. Because that was a spell. It was a powerful spell. Because our memory is already erased. They erased mine again, but my DNA wouldn't settle for it. So it was a battle. I've been battling. I just didn't know who to fight. There was a fight going on. I just didn't know who to fight. So I guess I was fighting myself. It's just amazing that I made it. Like, I'm really grateful that I made it here because I should not even have the usage of my brain at this point. I should be crazy. I should be incapable of doing anything that matters. But by the grace of God, and I hate using the word God because it's dog backwards. That's why I like to just have my spiritual connection, which is silent, like an actual spiritual connection, because these words be, I don't like using them words. But as it's for the sake of communicating my point. So we've got a meeting today. It's a monthly meeting. I really want to be on the board, but then again, I don't know um, if I belong on the board. One of my cousins, I have to update her sheet for the ancestors. She's up near me. She matched them really closely as well. So excited. 23 and Me is my kid. My kid is in the queue. I got an email yesterday. My other cousin's doing hers. My other cousin been sent hers in. I'm so nervous about that, but like I told myself, if this happens again, I won't be in the same position. I'll be in a higher position. If like someone out there takes a DNA test and they found out that my dad is their dad and it's not by his wife, if that happens again, like it happened to me, and this is only if this person even is like me, because everybody's not like me, because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot for this. I feel bad for even reaching out to these people and expecting anything from them. I was listening to people's ideas about the Beyonce, his dad had a son or some shit, and I was listening to people comment like, why do he think the family? Because that's his fucking family. I don't understand why people don't understand. Like, this is how I know your brain is dysfunctional before you even become somebody's family, clearly. Because why would you not think that he don't want to know his sister, whether she was Beyonce or not? I went through the same thing. I guess people talking about me the same way. What was she thinking? We're never going to accept her. What was she thinking? I thought y'all was human beings. Excuse the fuck out of me. I keep forgetting. Most black people don't have a human bone in their body at this point because they done lost it. I want mine back. I don't want to be animalistic to nobody. I don't want nobody animal husbandry and all this stuff going on here that we don't even understand what we doing to each other. My child, like I got a grandbaby by this man. She don't have no aunts or uncles on no sides. I don't know if her aunts and uncles on her dad's side even reach out to her, but you know what? I'm not complaining. I'm just stating being black is a conundrum because if I wasn't black, I wouldn't be dealing with this type of stuff. And I'm exhausted with it. I'm tired of it. You know, I'm really tired of it. And I don't have the personality to just keep putting up with it, and I'm glad that I'm studying myself. I thank my cousins, my parents, relatives, the outside ones that probably don't know us, them, they are amazing people. And I don't know, some of us are dealing with trauma too because this is genetic. There's a lot of trauma, genetic. A lot of stuff that's happening in our families is genetic. What happened to my mom, believe it or not, was genetic. Coming from two different lines, two totally different family lines, but the same shit happened. That's a lot. Like, and nothing can be changed. The past is the past. But but there's things that needs to be changed. I had to go no contact and it feels so good. I was exhausted with squeezing myself and letting people say anything to me. I'm good for what I took. Cause some questions I want to just repeat them to somebody. I'm gonna tell my cousin. I'm gonna tell my cousin what these people ask me, and I'm gonna let her hear it and see her reaction. Cause after what I've been through, that's not enough for you to even ask somebody. But I get it. They was trying to understand where I came from. I come from the monstrous activity that was forced on my mother. Like, I don't know where blacks started not believing children, but y'all have to stop that stuff. If a child say something, believe the child. Unless you know this child got some bad ways. But a lot of times stuff be happening in the family and the family just want to act like it's not happening. That's ego. You gotta you got a blessing in that work you gotta do. I don't think people realize that, and for me it's too late. I hope any other families dealing with any type of trauma with these children, or even the children are now being adults. I really hope that people have strength to do what it takes to right these wrongs. My whole life is here because of tons of wrongs never being done. If they'd have been given reparations, they 40 acres and a mule, after my dad was done the way he was done, and child, my mom would, if my dad was done after my dad, I wouldn't be here today. And mind you, I don't say that with the want to not exist. I say that with grace. And I can't be grateful for my life in the view of, had he not done this, I wouldn't be here. So let me be grateful that he did this to my mother. I can't even do that. And I don't even know why this past 2 years went the way it did, but it did. And it came to a point where 4 days ago, I was like, I've tried enough. I'm never going to be able to be who these people want me to be. And I've told everybody, yeah, and I told my adopted mama that a long time ago, you're not going to change me into who you need me to be. Ever since I've been here, I've had to play the role for people and their needs. When I was adopted because someone wanted a baby. That had nothing to do with me. That had absolutely nothing to do with me. That was a personal want that she wanted. Now, mind you, I love her because I am grateful that she wanted me. Because without her wanting me, I don't know where I would be today. But it was rough. But it also prepared me for today. I woke up laughing 4 days in a row. That is not me. I used to wake up angry every day for decades as a little girl growing up. My uncle used to be like, I've never seen a child wake up. I wake up like this, like the ancestor in the video. I'll favor her rather this. That's my cousin. She be like, oh yes, that's her. uh, oh, and her baby child, European, Scottish. Every clan there is her baby. So I'ma assume I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume nothing. We're gonna see. My baby's up. You hear my baby? And I'm so grateful I'm a beautiful parent. Nobody will ever say nothing. I ain't never got nothing for Mother's Day ever. Ever. Not even my family, knowing that like what I be like my daughter went like home and all this stuff. I don't get no Mother's Day. I don't get no birth. Child, didn't nobody even call me this year for my birthday, and I was sick with COVID. Nobody. Facebook was like everybody. Like it's just like I just really woke up like, Michelle, what are you doing? You got real. I told myself you got real issues. You sitting up here trying to you're trying to just be in somebody's family. You're just not gonna give up. Son, I was talking to myself like my grandma. You're just not gonna give up. You just want to be in somebody's family, don't you? I did, but I'm over it now. I don't want to be nobody's sister. I don't want to have nobody having power over me. Talk about my mom like a dog. Dismissing what happened to me, making me, oh, we're gonna move past this. No, we're not fucking moving past anything. I'm not the fuck over yet. I just was lied to for 40 something years. You don't just get over that. Yeah, it's a process. If people don't push me past my limits, I have limits. Cousin! Cousin Hopi. I hope she's back. Um, I have limits. And I'm past them. I'm over the Richter scale. But I did this to myself because I wanted to know the truth. I knew that I was assigned work to do and I needed my work assignment. So I did this to myself. Yep, and I'm proud of it. I don't regret anything I did. I sometimes I wonder, do I regret it? But then I wonder, who would I be today if I was still Frankenstein? They literally Frankenstein me. Like I literally was an experiment for these people. Me and my brother. My brother was murdered. He's laying in an unmarked grave like the slave ancestors. Mm. Most hurtful thing in me in this world. I don't even know where his grandchildren are. I will never know. I can't live like this. I can't live like this connected people that's clearly hurtful. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I'm exhausted and I'm grateful for this feeling to know that I deserve better. I deserve change. I have to show my daughter how to live through adversity. She has a $40,000 bill just to be alive. That ain't food. That ain't nothing but life sustaining medicines. It ain't free. I pay a cost. It's not free. It's not free at all. Girl, we are doing amazing. Grand Rising, Sweet Face, G and I are better now. Yes, I can. She wants me to check something for her. And my laptop is on. So yes, yes I can. I don't have the picture. Can I find that picture? Let me see. There's a way you can go on Facebook and look at all the media that you shared in Messenger to make it easier. Alright, let me listen to some more INFJ shit as I do this. Doodle, 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 doodle. Um, I guess I better do that fast. Child. Let me do instantly. Near her birthday. There you go. February. I'm just so grateful. I love my family. This is my family. This is my family right here. I'll do anything for them and they will do me the same. And I love them. And I'm so glad that I found them. And I'm so glad that I can accept them and they can accept me for who I am, not who they need me to be. So that everybody can see that they're perfect. So I'm not fucking perfect. I don't want to be perfect. That's God's job. I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I want to be me. And that's who I'm going to be. It says the same thing. I think. I think you should be checking the mail. Okay, that's not working. Matter of fact, let me just video so she can see. Yeah, this is the same screen that I sent you the last time. The same screen I sent you the last time, right? Let me get my cursor back. So, okay, it's the same screen I sent you last time. This isn't active or anything for me to do anything. So when I go here to give you the information that you want, this is why. Yeah, this is the same screen. So when I go here, this is the information that you want here. We already know you have that. We did that already. You did that. So when I go here, it's gonna give me this. So without this information, I can't help you. It's giving me this. So yeah, you need. That's the only way you can track it to know anything. I need this information, and then I can help you. Okay. Systems don't work like that. You have to go into the order status doing a whole nother verification. I don't mind doing it. I just need the information to do it. That's all. See, this is what we do. This is our family. My family hit me up, child. We be on the phone. Me and her be on the phone for a long time too. I got it. She gonna be jealous when she find out I was on the phone with cousin longer than us. Have you ever talked to somebody on the phone for 8 hours? You only want to get off? I went through this with Karima too. I need to call her today. I think I will. I don't want to call too early. Maybe I'll call her after the meeting. My daughter was so beautiful yesterday. A lot of people I don't let see my daughter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't just be having her online like that. But my cousin saw her yesterday. She was like, cousin. I said, I already know what you about to say. Gina mixed. I don't know. She probably got a lot more African than me. I'm assuming that Ron dead side. I don't know. It seems like the darker you are, the more. I don't know though. I'm just assuming. And them some dark people. No, nah. Grand Rising, no, nah. Grand Rising, no, nah, no, nah. I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful. It takes a lot to change, especially changing course in the middle of momentum. Because I had a lot of momentum. I really thought, I don't know what I thought. I just thought family was family. I didn't know, like, you really have to pick and choose who you're going to align with. Like, there was a lot of stuff that I would have done differently if I had been given, like, the opportunity to make my own decisions about stuff. I'm grateful my last name is not tied to my biological families, either one, either side. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my adoption. They love me too. The ones that are left, my mama's great nieces and nephews, they still call me. Not all of them, cause like I don't have no siblings. I ain't gonna lie. I have two sisters, probably more, and a brother from being born. Well, two brothers. The only one that really loved me was my brother that was murdered. The rest of my siblings probably hate that I even exist. Even my adopted brother. You need to call me and stop being an asshole. And then they be like, oh, it's her mouth. Yeah, it's my mouth. What the hell? What do you expect me? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. These people must have thought that I was just some kind of chump or something. And you don't know my parents. That's a huge problem. Do you know who my mama is? I know what happened to her as a child, but do you know who my mother is? Who she was? It's a lot. It's a lot that I had to really understand. There's a lot that I had to grow past, like get out of. It was a lot that I had to really study about my family and about myself in order for me to be a parent. Because ain't no blueprint. Some people do need religion. I freaking agree with that. Some people definitely need religion. Depends on the level of your emotional intelligence. For me, I just needed my spirit back, if that makes sense. I just needed I just needed my spirit back intact. That severedness is real. I don't feel severed anymore. I feel set apart from a lot of stuff. I don't feel severed. That was a severing of my entire soul. So going to get that back was a purpose that I had because I wasn't going to die Frankenstein. I'm telling you. And that's really unhealthy to do to people. I really needed therapy a long time ago. Like when I was growing up as a child, I really needed therapy, but I didn't get it because no one wanted to admit that what happened. Still to this day, the only one walking in the truth of what's going on is me, my daughter, and my mom. The only one who's paid for what happened is my mom. The only one I paid to. I say I paid to. My daughter has paid, but she can't have grandparents. She can't have grandparents because it's dysfunctional. She can't have aunts. She can't have cousins. I grew up with a lot of cousins. Even being adopted, it was the best. Uh, it was more normal than this, more normalized than this. But then again, I'm healing from a lot of shit that went wrong. Cause dysfunction just breeds dysfunction, more dysfunction. I don't like nobody hollering at me. I don't like nobody using a narrative. It's just you can just feel when stuff is genuine, and I really have a heart where I just want to do this work, this ancestral work. That is the main goal of the rest of my life. Is knowing and replacing my bloodline, my parents' bloodline. Even though people might say, "Oh, you're forsaking your parents by going no code, no contact with both of your families." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Child, they going too. They not with their family. My dad been dead since my brother got murdered. My mama never going back to Philadelphia. I think the family that got her went to court and let the court know what her family and her neighbors and her community did to her. I think they got custody of my mom. Something I should have did, but I would have never been able to do it considering who I am to her. But my mother loves me. Like nobody can tell me different. I know she loves me. Ooh, this has been a wonderful, like this past 8 days, even before going no contact, has been very eventful. Seriously, very eventful.
Your brain is making connections it doesn't normally make.
We have access to much more than
Have you taken a personality test?
Yes,
What is your
Jane.
personality?
You're probably struggling with finding meaningful connections with
No,
others,
I ain't struggling with
especially in
finding nothing. I don't
romantic
look for nothing no more.
relationships. While all INFJs experience this to some extent, those who identify as Sigma INFJs often struggle the most. But what is the reason behind having difficulty connecting in relationships? Here are 10 real reasons why Sigma INFJs struggle to communicate in relationships. Number 10,
I got
they
some
have a strong
documents I need to
desire
read and
for
study.
autonomy and control. Sigma INFJs often have a strong desire for control and autonomy. They prefer to take charge and make decisions that align with their values and goals. While this trait can be beneficial in certain situations, it can make it challenging for them to connect with others. They may struggle to relinquish control of their relationships, leading to conflicts and misunderstandings. Additionally, their need for control can pressure their
Peace and
partner,
love to the
making it
block.
difficult for them to express themselves
Gratitude for
or
the day,
take an
this new
active
day.
role
It's
in
gonna
the
be
relationship.
interesting.
Sigma INFJs need to recognize the importance of compromise and communication in relationships. By letting
Yes.
go of control and working collaboratively with their partner, they can experience the benefits of a more balanced
I'm
and
learning how to
fulfilling
be what I
relationship.
need. I really
It
am.
may take effort and practice,
Thank you,
but the
cousin.
rewards of
You
deep,
know
meaningful
my cousin
connections are
Awaya.
worth it.
Awaya.
Number 9.
Ever since
Highly
I wrote it
independent
wrong,
nature.
it done messed up
A
my head.
self-sufficient and emotionally detached,
I'm gonna write it
Sigma
down 100
INFJs march to
times.
the beat of their drum and pursue their interests and passions without anyone holding them
I
back.
got a meeting at
While
12. I'm
this
gonna get up
independence
at
can be
10:30.
empowering, it can also make it challenging
I
for
love
them to
you and I
connect
miss
with
you.
others.
Hold on.
They may
Let me tell my
struggle to
cousin.
compromise or
I love her and I miss her so much. You are so welcome. If you send me that information, I can check it for you. The order number and your email. I'll check that and screenshot it. What you say, love. I love you and miss you so much. I hope you are being strong and all is well. Please tell Kamari. Kamari, I love you and I miss hearing your voice too. I love you so much. You have no idea how much. But I hope this kind of lets you know. Because I really miss you. Me and Cousin Donna say that all the time. We miss you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want to send her a voice note.
they may struggle to compromise or make sacrifices for their partner or hesitate to share their time and space with another person. This
I need more
extreme
coffee.
independence can create a sense of isolation and loneliness,
Yes.
making it
No.
difficult for them to form deep,
I don't know what
meaningful
loneliness
connections
is.
with
I don't know
others.
about loneliness.
Sigma INFJs need to recognize the importance of balancing their independence
Yes.
with the benefits of forming close relationships.
Yes.
As a Sigma INFJ, do you experience the bliss of purposeful connections when you learn to share your life with others? Number 8. Having high relationship standards. Sigma INFJs often have high standards for themselves and others, particularly in romantic relationships. They are uninterested in casual flings or superficial connections. They desire a partner who shares their values, understands their worldview, and can keep up with their intellectual pursuits. However, finding someone who meets these high standards can be difficult, and the fear of settling for less can cause Sigma INFJs to disconnect from relationships. They may feel that they cannot find someone who meets their expectations, or they may struggle to compromise on their standards for fear of losing their sense of self. Additionally, their high standards can create pressure on their partner, which can strain the relationship. As a result, Sigma INFJs may find it challenging to form deep connections with others and may be more selective in choosing partners who meet their high standards. Number 7. Fear of losing their identity. For Sigma INFJs, their sense of identity is paramount. They value their independence and individuality
That might be why
above
I'm
all
going
else,
through this,
and are not
because of
willing
my
to
personality.
compromise that for a relationship. They fear being in a relationship will require them to conform to someone else's
Yeah, they did that to
expectations
me. I don't
and
want to
lose their
conform.
sense of self. They want to maintain their independence and pursue their own interests and passions. This fear can cause Sigma INFJs to disconnect or avoid relationships altogether. They feel they cannot
Thank
be
you for
their
the
authentic
coffee.
selves in a
I don't want to
relationship
bring this
and will
thing
be
down. I'll
forced
be
to
so hurt.
compromise their values
I'm going
and
to get up
beliefs.
out this bed.
As a result, they may struggle to form deep connections with others and find it challenging to find a partner who understands and respects their need for independence and individuality.
Coffee.
As a Sigma INFJ, Do you also fear losing your identity in a relationship? Number 6. They are emotionally
Thank you.
detached in their social interactions. While this trait can be beneficial in certain situations, it can make it challenging for them to connect with people they are attracted to on a
Encouragement
deep
means a lot.
emotional level. They may struggle to empathize with others or express their own emotions, leading to misunderstandings and distance in their relationships. Emotional detachment can result from past traumas or a coping mechanism for overwhelming emotions. However, it can hinder their ability to form
Look
intimate
at the
connections
cousins.
with others.
Oh,
It's essential for Sigma INFJs to recognize the importance of
what a
emotional
beautiful
connection
family,
in
cousin.
relationships and to work on developing their emotional intelligence. By
I
learning
love
to express
emotional
their
intelligence.
emotions and empathize with others, they can form more authentic and fulfilling relationships with
Yes.
those around them. It may take extreme effort, but the rewards of emotional connection are worth it. Number 5, they
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local record.
5. They hold to idealism. Sigma INFJs may hold high standards for themselves and others, leading to disappointment and frustration when those expectations are not met. Additionally, their idealism can lead them to distance themselves from those who do not share their values or goals, creating a sense of isolation and loneliness. Sigma INFJs need to recognize the importance of accepting others for who they are and being open to different perspectives and experiences. Can form more profound connections with others by practicing
I
empathy
need
and
my
compassion.
notebook.
As a Sigma INFJ, letting go of some idealisms is easier said than done, right? Number 4, they operate on a different wavelength. As someone who operates on a different wavelength, Sigma
Where did this
INFJs may have
surname come
unique
from?
perspectives or interests that are not shared by their peers, leading to a sense of isolation and loneliness. Additionally, their deep and complex inner world can make it challenging for them to relate to others on a surface level. This difference in wavelength can make it difficult for Sigma INFJs to connect with others and form deep, meaningful relationships. However, it's important to remember that differences in wavelength do not necessarily have to be a barrier to connection. By seeking out like minded individuals and being open to new experiences and perspectives, Sigma INFJs can form deep and meaningful connections with others.
Grow is
It's important for
Jewish.
Sigma INFJs to remember that while they may feel different, they are not alone, and others
But this
share
person ain't
their
come from no
unique
Germany.
perspectives
From
and
no
experiences.
Germany, that's for sure.
Number 3, they prioritize their inner peace
I would
over
have found some
relationships.
immigration records.
Sigma INFJs have a strong need for solitude and introspection, and may
Yes.
struggle to balance their own needs with the needs of others. While this focus on inner peace can be beneficial for their own well-being, it can also make it challenging for them to connect with others. They may struggle to prioritize the needs of their partner or to compromise in their relationships, leading to conflicts and misunderstandings. Additionally, their focus on personal growth can make it challenging for them to relate to others who may not share their values or goals. It's important for Sigma INFJs to recognize the importance of balance in their lives and to make an effort to connect with others. By learning to prioritize the needs of their partner and being open to compromise and communication, they can form more fulfilling relationships with those around them. As a Sigma INFJ, do you
Right.
think your need for solitude is stopping you from connecting with others?
No.
Number 2, they can be overly guarded sometimes. One of the
Goodness,
reasons
what a
Sigma
good day.
INFJs struggle to connect
Already.
in relationships is that they can be guarded and private.
Yes.
Sigma INFJs are naturally reserved individuals. They prefer to keep their thoughts and feelings to
Yes.
themselves, which can make it challenging for them to connect with others on a deeper level. They fear being
I love this
vulnerable
book.
and may
I love
struggle
these
to trust
books. I
others,
have all
even
of them.
those who
1,
are
2, and
closest to
3.
them. This guardedness can be a result of past experiences where they were hurt or betrayed by someone they trusted, leading them to become more cautious in future relationships. This fear of being hurt again can cause Sigma INFJs to withdraw from social interactions, making it challenging for them to form meaningful connections with others. As a result, they may struggle to open up and share their innermost thoughts and feelings,
I
which
want to
can
reach
hinder
out to
their ability
Indeed.
to form deep,
I want to know.
meaningful
I'm going to find them.
relationships.
That's something I want to do
It
today.
takes time and effort to
I'm going to
gain their
locate them.
trust, but once they do, they can form strong, loyal
I'm going to do
connections
my
with
hair
those
today.
they hold dear. Number one, they have difficulty translating their emotions to others. Sigma INFJs are known to have a complex and rich inner emotional world, but they often struggle to express their feelings to others. They may
I'm
find
working
it
on
challenging
expression.
to
I
put
do a
their
lot of free
emotions
talking. That's
into
why I do a lot
words
of
for
free talking,
fear
because
of
I'm
being
working on my
misunderstood or
expressions.
judged. This difficulty in expressing their emotions can make it challenging for them to connect with others, especially those who value emotional openness and vulnerability in a relationship. Her guardedness and reluctance to express their feelings can create distance and misunderstandings
I'm
between
smiling.
themselves and their loved ones. As a
This
result,
has been
Sigma
one hell of
INFJs
a
may
ride.
struggle to form deep, meaningful connections with others, which can be frustrating for both themselves and their loved ones. It takes patience and
Peace
understanding
and love
from
to the Late
their
Late
partner
Harvest
to
Show. I'm
help them
pulling
feel
up tonight. I
safe
didn't make it
and
the last
comfortable
couple of
enough to
nights.
express their emotions, which can lead to stronger, more fulfilling relationships. As a Sigma INFJ, do you admit to being aware of your feelings but not being able to express them? Sigma INFJs may struggle to find someone who can keep up with their intellectual pursuits and deep philosophical discussions.
So after that, I
They
was
may
like, that
feel
sound
that
like a
they need to
train.
suppress their interests and passions to make a relationship work, which goes against their desire for independence and individuality. As a Sigma INFJ, what can you do to overcome the struggle to connect in relationships?
I don't have that problem.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make this little here. And she smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one who loves me is the one?
After the meeting, I'm going to cut some music on the dance.
I don't really know what to do with this, but I feel like this country, I feel like we haven't taught this country how to treat us. I'm gonna say it like that.
This corporation.
I feel like we're in an abusive relationship,
Me too.
and we keep giving second chances. I feel like we just keep giving second chances, and I don't really no second chance policy in my
Me
life,
too.
in my personal life. So I will tell you up front, the rules of engagement, because we all have them. We all have rules of engagement in terms of how we
I
want
hope
to
we
be
have
treated
'em. I know
in
I
any
got
kind
'em.
of friendship, relationship, romantic or otherwise, right? And when people violate is when you really get to see whether or not you are who you say you are, right? Well, I'm zero tolerant. I'm going to tell you up front. Here's things I
I'm
don't
zero
like,
tolerance.
here are deal breakers. I don't really like if you lie,
Oh,
cheat,
God, what a good day.
These are the problems, right? And I'm zero tolerant. There's like no coming back from it. Even if I'm, not happy with the decision, once I say it, that's it. I feel like black people in particular in this country, keep giving chances. We're not zero tolerant. As a result of not being zero tolerant, it's almost
Not
like
all of
people
us.
have poked us in the middle of our foreheads with their middle finger. That duke in the middle of your forehead, that dink that people do, and disrespectfully done that, and we rub our heads and go, oh, okay, all right, maybe they'll treat us better. Maybe it'll be better. We just, and it's always the onus is if we just would maybe ask nicer, or maybe if we, and which is why I've stopped the respectability politics, meaning that, while there's going to be certain ways of decorum that I'm going to carry myself and demand the people around me, if you're going to rock with me. Here's how we're not going to the airport in bonnets. Just us. However people want to show up at the airport, that's fine. But you're not rolling with me looking like that. Period. Full stop. Because this is how I want to roll. These are the kind of things that I want to do and how I want to move. That said, however people show up, that's on them. That's on them. It
Right.
doesn't reflect me. It doesn't reflect all black people. It's not, now there is a secret wish, that there would be some, like awakening, and it's like, oh, this is bad for all of us. Maybe I will, stop talking, using the N word, calling people bitches and stuff. But I don't have a hope. All I can
I
control
come out
is
of
me
hope.
and the things that are in my life, right? So I'm just thinking, though, collectively, I just feel like we let lots of things happen.
Yep.
And then we've also kind of abdicated our power to people who, again, this is going to be a constant thing, who didn't have the acumen to even fight for our justice.
Right.
You've given it to people who couldn't even articulate what it is, because as soon as they got in the room and somebody said, here's $1, they were like, oh, what justice? Give me that $1. Here we are. You have 3 centenarians who have survived unthinkable trauma. They're only holding on to see justice served.
Yep.
Or to hear Uncle Red say, I'm planning to be here till I'm 150. And however long it takes. You think about the will of that.
Right.
Like staying alive to see justice served.
Me too. That's
You
what
can't
I'm
get
doing.
it for them? I mean, I'm just like, come
I can't
on.
get no justice, but it's all right.
What's the recourse?
I understand what
What
you're saying,
what are we
baby.
prepared to do? So I'm gonna stick it there first. Tulsa, what are y'all doing? Are y'all storming? And I'm not saying storming the Capitol. I'm not calling for an insurrection. I'm saying, where are the protests even? I didn't know, not even in the streets, because I
The
feel
people
like,
at work.
again, like, there are way more effective things you could do in Tulsa. Let Caroline Wall and all of the folk there, that the mayor, the governor of Oklahoma, know that this is unacceptable. And we're appealing, but we're not going away. So I'm just like, damn, we don't watch this play out in Lovecraft Country. We've watched this play out in Watchmen. Everybody in the world knows what happened.
Yep.
1921, Memorial Day weekend, over a 3-day period. Everybody knows. New York Times has one of the best comprehensive looks at what Greenwood looked like before and after. To literally do a virtual tour and see all of the doctors and all of the shops and the 2 movie theaters and all of the amazing, thriving businesses that were in 2 days gone. There's no reparations. There's no repair for that.
No repair for nothing.
668-0125. We need to also have a Moms for Liberty conversation today. Because as I'm talking about
Some of them people on my
102
tree.
years of disrepair, took these, I don't want to call them people because they're not acting like human beings. These things.
These things.
Took them
I knew
2
you was
years.
gonna say that.
2.5 years. Here's what happened. 2.5 years ago, Moms for Liberty was founded in Florida. Since then, 2.5 years for people who think, oh, it takes forever to build institutions.
No, it
Two
don't.
and a half years ago, 3 years ago, there was no Moms for Liberty.
Oh, that's new. Oh, the Daughters of Liberty.
2.5 years ago,
It's on my
let's
tree.
form a group.
Yep.
Now they have
That's what I want
45
to do too.
states. Even 120,000
Daughters of the
members has become one of the most
Daughters of
influential groups
Severing.
for Republican candidates. You got old DeSantis down there begging, please give me your vote. You got Trump raising them up as heroes and stuff. Like they are the game changers. They done got books banned from Arkansas to Florida and everything in between in Texas. They have voters and they are ready. They are ready. 2.5 years. They have banned all kinds of every book that has been on the shelves for 100 plus years are now gone because some women, air quotes around women, there's nothing nurturing or mothering or anything about these things. Organized. And I know that
A reporter called Biden Old Yeller. Yeller. Not yellow, but oh yellow. Wasn't that a wasn't that an old dog? Who child? He looked just like Prince Charles or whoever they mean. I saw a picture about it in the Charles man child standing next to each other. I'm not calling him King nothing. I can promise you that. I don't do kings and queens for it. Even though I'm a European.
We know that President Biden likes to cultivate his public image as
I don't even want to hear it, but that was funny. The reporter called him old yeller. Ain't that older than Lassie?
I trust you have my money, Mr.
That's hilarious.
Organized. And I know they probably heavily funded though.
9
So
minutes.
here's what I'm also thinking. Even if somebody's behind it, where's our somebody behind it?
I've been asking that since I've been here. We don't have nobody.
Come on, y'all. 86680.
It's
There gotta be
us.
somebody in the background like, okay, we can fund something for, for something. You could come up with a catchy name, which I probably could do off the top of my head. But
Right.
I'm not gonna put it out in the universe yet.
No, I'm doing
I
it.
did Party Lincoln.
We got a backup channel, not a backup channel, but it's backed up right now. But I got another channel. I'm about to build this little society. I'm gonna build this little society, and I'm gonna be successful in it, and a lot of people are gonna be involved. I find joy in all situations. Ooh, what was he doing streaking in public? Oh my goodness. Y'all out here lit. I've been looking for channels that are dealing with the present. It's so hard to find people of melanated skin talking about repair. And the steps you can take to repair, identification and repair. I don't really, I be trying to find stuff to help me through this. So I just be making stuff on my own and listening to different things. But it's hard to find our people talking about repair. Karen Hunter is amazing. Every day she pounding. Every
we know
day.
that President Biden likes
I
to
don't want to hear.
cultivate his
I
public
don't want to hear
image.
this. I really don't want to hear nothing about nobody's president. Especially the United States. I want to change the name of this right now. Can I? No. A beautiful day. A beautiful day.
NFJs have different perspectives on humanity. They are gifted readers who are often aware of others' motives, can spot lies quickly, and can deduce the motivation behind an action. They may even question their own sanity, believing that they perceive and interpret individuals differently than others. People can be harsh to one another at times, which can lead to cynicism, resentment, and even grief. However, INFJs choose to see the best in people, and their pessimism is often replaced by optimism and compassion.
Most
I
definitely.
am pessimistic when I look at the world, but optimistic when I look at people, Carl Rogers has said. And this is exactly how an INFJ views humanity. Subscribe for more brain food and make sure to watch them.
It's 10:30. Let me get off here. I love you. Peace and love to the block. Have a good day. Have a grand day. Have a grand day. I love you, love you, love you. I gotta get rid of all these emails, and I'm scared to delete anything at this point. There's so much I need to move and keep. What a good day. Karima, I'm gonna call and check on you today. I'm praying for Haiti. I've been praying for Haiti since I found out what happened here. Oh, I gotta take some out the good too.
And you get half off an annual Walmart Plus membership. Come on, this deal's happening now. There's no time for eating.
Oh, baby, you got me. I, oh, Lord, if I hear a singing bowl, baby. Oh, let me sub to you. You got me. That's all it takes.
Aquarius, what up, though? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a general message for the sign of Aquarius, wherever that resonates at for you in the chart. Keep in mind, we all have an 11th house. It's part of our birth chart, time and energy of fluid. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. And these readings are timeless, y'all. So whenever you stumble across this message, there will be something here for you to help bring you clarity, confirmation, to help empower you, to help you align
Okay, I see you with your singing bowls and your
to
infant.
your highest self, to your highest timeline. Tapping into the Aquarius energy, the Aquarian energy is
Oh, good day,
gratitude.
gratitude.
And connecting with the collective energy.
Let me
And
look outside.
the very first two cards to come out today in the Faceted Garden were this new moon and this morning song card, you guys. We are rolling into this new moon energy as we speak.
Really?
This is definitely representing a new chapter, right? Morning song, the dawn of a new day, a new cycle here that you are moving into. There is a message coming through Aquarius about not burning yourself out, not overworking, not overthinking right now.
That's why I've been doing a lot of resting.
Walking that middle path.
Sleeping some of this stuff off.
My aquas are working through a little bit of darkness right now, we're gonna say. Weathering some type of storm. This feels very internal for my aquas right now. And what it feels like with this pillar card here is, and it resonates differently for everybody, but it feels like you've made it to the end of a chapter.
Yes.
The ending of a soul cycle, a karmic
burn
cycle.
the book.
You've made it to the top of this mountain, so to speak.
No, don't burn the book.
You are sort of overlooking the path that you've taken to get to where you're at, and a lot sort of clicking, a lot of clarity coming through for my aquas. Maybe some sadness, maybe a little bit of darkness, maybe a little bit of shadow
It feels
coming
good.
through as
All
we
of it.
think about all we've been through and how far we've come, and the things gained, the things lost on our journey.
Speak to
really
me.
Feels like Aquarius, you are moving out of this sort of
Yes, and it feels so good.
Maybe even more of a lonely time into
It's not
this
lonely.
beautiful new energy where you
I'm
will
not
be
lonely at
coming
all.
into union with your soulmates, your soul tribe,
Yes.
with your soul family. You'll be making new connections.
Yes.
It feels like with this pollinator card, this is very much Six of Swords type energy where it's about
good to me.
moving into a new chapter, right? The pollinator, think of the bee or the butterfly landing on one flower, gathering a little bit of pollen on their little pollen collector hairs, right? And moving to the next flower, bringing that pollen with them. And in other words, bringing with us from the last chapter into the new chapter only what we need, only what is going to be beneficial for us. So this card also speaks of releasing anger, animosity, resentment, sadness, releasing any type of grudges or ill feelings or anything like that from this past cycle. It's almost like not carrying any extra weight with us as we move
into the
Forward,
same chapter.
yeah.
Spirit is saying that this has been a rite of passage for you. I
Yes.
feel like this situation, this energy has sort of sparked something within you, Aquarius, some type of spiritual spark, some type of fire, internal fire. And it looks like you're really moving toward a portal. And as I say that, underneath that passage card, we have this cave card. So again, it's like you're coming out of your cave, you're emerging from the darkness, you're moving into the
Speak,
light,
bro.
you are crossing this abyss, and you're moving into something new. For some of my aquas, having a good cry or a release of energy right now is going to really help sort
I
of
did that 4 days ago.
reset you, clean the slate. So for those of you who are coming out of a relationship,
Yes.
maybe, or coming from an old job, or you left something behind, this is really the perfect time to release any type of energetic weight. Just like we were saying with that pollinator card, it's really time to sort of reset and clean the slate as you move into this new energy. So with that being said, we're going to say a quick prayer, dive into this tarot. We do have
Oh,
the
thank you.
10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. So this is all about you building your legacy, Aquarius. This is all about your stability, your abundance, your home life, your work life. This is about you gaining stability and balance in your day-to-day, okay?
Yes.
Divine Mother, Father, wow, you guys, Holy Spirit of the Most High, Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, messages
Yes.
for my
They
Aquarius
ain't playing with me.
for the highest grade. Anything my aquas need to hear right now, anything they need to know, any messages that will bring them clarity and confirmation, any messages that will empower them, any messages that will help them align to their highest timeline, to their
Yes.
highest self.
That's what I need
to
right
their best
there.
life,
Give me
to
something
the
that's
will
gonna get.
of the
I
divine.
am aligned.
Appreciated, all praise and
Give me
glory
some alignment.
to
I
Most
don't need to
High
be laid up on no
forever.
board.
Spirit, what is the message here in the recent past for my aquas, please? What is the past energy here for Aquarius? Yep. Aqua, you're definitely moving away from some darkness and toxicity. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, you gained a lot of clarity on what wasn't serving you in your life, that's for sure. And something came to an ending, something big ended here. Some type of structure was knocked down, torn down. What is the current energy for Aqua? Current energy for Aqua. Thank you, Spirit. That really wanted to be seen. There's almost like this, okay, side note here. Okay, that's a side note. That's a side note. There's a, man, Aquarius, it feels like you're very plugged into the divine right now. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to your dreams. You may be getting messages or signs. Pay attention to those messages in your dreams. Pay attention to your downloads right now. Pay attention to your gut feelings, the times on the clock, the songs on the radio, the colors around you. Really being present right now and being in presence and in the current moment is really going to help you with these downloads that you're getting. What is the theme of this reading, Spirit? Damn, my Aquarian's really moving away from some BS, right?
See
What's
it?
the incoming energy for Aqua?
Yeah, but it really moved away from stuff. You see it? I know you see it.
Are you guys ready for energy though? What is the advice? Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. Aquarius, this really speaks to the future. It really speaks to releasing the past, turning away from the past, yourself into the here and now, getting to that drawing board, getting the game plan down together, getting some manifestations or goals together, getting sort of, I guess we'll say, that focal point in the astral realm is how I like to put it, where we're thinking about what it is we want to move toward, and then what I like to take it a step further personally, right? Virgo rising, so it helps to write things down, to bring it from the astral into the physical, to get that game plan down, make a list, write down your options, write down your manifestations, write down your goals, and sort of get that from the astral into the physical, so that way there is a tangible focal point for where we're going next, right? Two of Wands, what's next? We're planting those seeds, we're wishing upon a star, so to speak. In your past energy, I'm seeing a lot of stress, a lot of sadness, a lot of anxiety, maybe even sleepless nights here, Aquarius, because of some type of toxicity here. Lying, cheating, stealing. I'm literally hearing for some of you some type of narcissistic relationship dynamic, and you were almost feeling like you didn't know what to do, or you were maybe stuck at a crossroads and had to make a decision here. I feel like my Aquas made that decision, and you decided to put up some healthy boundaries and really move forward toward what is best for you. You kept it pushing, you didn't give up, but a lot of, like I said, maybe sleepless nights back here in this past energy because of either a decision you had to make or a decision somebody else was making, right?
I didn't do this.
Bringing us to your current energy, again, I'm getting this major, it's almost like you know something deep down. Your intuition is on 10 right now, and it feels like there is some type of new opportunity here for you. Ace of Cups with the High Priestess. There's an opportunity to really move forward, to move into something new. There's an opportunity for you to make a decision or speak your truth or step into your truth, to voice your opinion or something like that. There's really an opportunity to take control of a situation here, Aquarius, and take this as an opportunity to move toward happiness. Ace of Cups, right? For some of you, there may even be, you may be expecting a child, or you may be conceiving here, or you may be speaking with somebody about having children here. Matter of fact, okay, so what is this? So, for a lot of you, this was some type of romantic relationship or relationship very close to you. For some of you, a mother coming through, a mother figure coming through, or even like a grandmother or auntie. I'm seeing a lot of clarity gained on why things didn't work out. And what it really looks like is a situation had come to an end.
Yep.
And Aquarius, you're really gaining this clarity on why things happened the way they did. This is you figuring things out.
6 o'clock my time is 3 o'clock in the morning her time.
As an opportunity to, again, create something or move into something new. The theme of your reading right here, Tower.
Oh Lord, they was outside playing.
5 of Swords.
Sleep.
So there's some type of betrayal or some type of toxicity that with the Tower card, I always see the Tower as divine interventions, to where the divine is coming through and helping us tear this structure down, so that way we can move into something new. Release, and you shall receive. If there's something built on an unstable foundation,
My
it's
mom
going
would
to
be
come
so
toppling
proud of
over
me.
at some point. The Tower is sort of the divine intervention to really make that happen, to sort of clear things out of our way that in some cases maybe we wouldn't do ourselves, right? Or help us to make a decision that we wouldn't have ended up making. This Tower, it really gets us out of our comfort zone, but ultimately it's leading us towards something better, right? We have the 7 of Pentacles, so maybe this was some type of situation that had been going on for a long time.
40 years.
This could have been even like a multiple lifetimes situation that had come to an end, some type of karmic relationship or karmic situation. And it really feels like you are finally gaining this clarity. I am seeing some overthinking about what happened, but really Spirit's like, this is your clarity. This is time to really take action on this new opportunity. It's almost like the divine came and cleared the way for you in some capacity and is like, all right, go. And you're just like, but, right? I hope that makes sense. It's like, but I'm still thinking about that, and I'm still figuring that out. And the divine's like, no, there's nothing to figure out. Let's go.
Nothing to figure out.
And so it really feels like there's, I guess it's a time for action, a call to action here in your incoming energy. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing you figuring things out and really things clicking. I'm seeing you see everything for what it is with the Hanged Man. This is about gaining that different perspective, that new perspective. And I like to think of it as, you can think of the Hanged Man as almost being, the Hanged Man's always keeping themselves hung upside down in this position. And so it's almost like our own higher self putting us in every situation we've ever been in order for us to gain some type of wisdom, to sort of complete some type of spiritual quest. And I really see my aquas sort of seeing things for what they truly are. Like, the situation sucked and it was horrible, but I did learn a lot through it. I learned how to trust my intuition. I learned how to set healthy boundaries. I learned how to
I was
speak
right
my
all along.
voice.
I just
learned
didn't
how
know.
to really trust that inner
But I was
knowing,
right.
which is coming through very heavily for my Aquarians.
Yes.
And what I'm seeing is an opportunity to really take action from here. I'm seeing my
It's time to change my room
take
around.
action, and it's almost like you're starting to see the blessings here in your incoming energies when you start to see the blessings for all of your hard work. So with the Two of
I like you, bro.
Wands, and wow, the Ten of Pentacles under that on the bottom of the deck with the Temperance, and it looks like Chariot under that. Yep, the Moon. So there's a lot of mom energy and family energy coming out. But you guys, what I was gonna say is, with the Nine of Pentacles coming out in your incoming energy, the Two of Wands being on the bottom of the deck with the Ten of Pentacles, okay? It's really, really a prime time to plant these seeds. What are we moving toward? What are we creating? What are we trying to accomplish in our lives? Really planting those seeds, you guys. Like I said, writing things down right now, getting a vision board together, doing some scripting, right? Because it's like, here's where we're making that plan and planting those seeds, and incoming energy, Nine of Pentacles, here's where those blessings are coming to fruition. All of your patience, your perseverance, your hard work. This is where things are coming to fruition for us. For a lot of you Aquarians, there's a new love coming in, or some type of new offer that is going to bring a lot of happiness. For others who are not interested in love, what I see, like we said at the very beginning, you're coming into union with your soul family and your soulmates.
That's the
You're creating
love,
new
yeah.
connections. And what I see
These new connections are
is situations and connections in your life that are really pouring back into you, Aquarius, rather than Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords energy, this betrayal, this toxicity, this shadiness, this lying, cheating, stealing, this doing things behind the scenes, talking behind your back, whatever it was here, this betrayal energy, the divine really came through and helped to clear that away. And
Sure
it
did.
feels like with this being in your theme, this is still something that's sort of happening, but in your incoming energy is when I see things really clicking for you, and you seeing things for what they truly are, and you're able to take that as an opportunity to take action toward your blessings, right? Nine of Pentacles, hard work pays off, family. If there is a certification you've been wanting to get, a class you've been wanting to take, a license you've been wanting to get, book you've been wanting to read, research that you've been wanting to do, or some type of project or something that you've been wanting to start, a website, a song, an art project, a business, right now would definitely be the time to start that and to water those good seeds, you guys. Get it going, do the take the necessary steps to make it happen, and to really master yourself and add value to yourself in terms of what you're creating.
We are people that need encouragement.
You also have the Queen of Pence in your incoming energy, so a lot of abundance coming from this, a lot of opportunity, a lot of healing, and it really feels like my aquas are opening themselves up to be able to receive these blessings.
Yeah.
In your advice. Seven of Wands, Hermit. Seven of Wands, Hermit. You guys, regardless of how much chaos and conflict going on around you, the divine wants you to know that you have the upper ground here. I like to see the Seven of Wands being almost like protecting your bubble, protecting your energy. If anybody wants to check out my spiritual protection video, there is a video on the playlist on YouTube. The playlist is called Know Thyself, G-N-O, Thyself. There's a video on that playlist called Spiritual Protection Magic. This is sort of what I see the Seven of Wands being, where you're really protecting your energy, you're protecting your bubble, you're setting those healthy boundaries. And again, it's just a message from the divine saying, Aquarius, you have the upper ground here, regardless of what's going on around you right now. So hold your ground, protect your energy, protect your bubble, maybe even take some you time here with this Hermit energy. This is about going into our cave, but ultimately with the Hermit being in your advice here, number 9 of the tarot, it is a major arcana. It is about wrapping up a major soul cycle. It's about taking all of the wisdom and knowledge acquired and gained through this cycle and letting that sort of be your guiding light here, where you are taking all that you've learned and you're letting that shine forth as your guiding light. But this is also about being a beacon to those around you, or a beacon of light for others in the same darkness that you've come through. So there's a message about that, but what I'm really seeing this is you taking the opportunity to close this cycle out, whatever was causing this chaos, this conflict, and really moving through this portal into union with the people, places, and things that are really giving back to you. Aquarians probably seeing 1111 here, 111, 1010, 1001, numbers like that. I'm seeing a lot of sort of 11 energy, where this is spirit letting you know that you are in the midst of this portal. You are moving toward your victory, so it's really about that focal point, focusing forward, and where are we going? What are we moving toward? You guys, my aquas are building some type of legacy here. It's like you're turning water into wine. You're taking all that you've been through and you're really making gold from it, turning the lead into gold. You're taking all of these hardships, hard times. You're taking all of this anxiety, stress, betrayal, and you're building something beautiful from this. Like, okay, now I know this is how I'm going to move from here on out. I'm going to trust my intuition. I'm going to set healthy boundaries. I'm going to listen to my gut and my higher self. And it feels like you're really breaking the mold here, Aquarius, that you're breaking some type of generational curses maybe, or some type of long-standing karmic cycle. So beautiful energy here. We are going to dive into these oracle cards before we tap out. I've got this Moonology deck, I've got this Shaman's Dream Oracle, and I also have our trusty Kali Oracle, so we can grab some messages from Ma. Alright. Holy Spirit, what is the message today for Aquarius? I'm gonna have to make this quick. We're running kind of low on time. What's the message for Aqua? Communication is key.
Wow. That's
New
crazy.
Moon in Gemini, which is exactly what we're moving toward. Show the world the real you and hold that vision. Let's read this New Moon in Gemini card. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the New Moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the people or person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, then you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming. A time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest that you've been too frivolous lately and you need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Attuned to the moon for this card. It says, write a list of all the people you love most and see if you are prioritizing them. Additional meanings for this card: it's time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. And the last meaning for this card is read more books. Bottom of the deck as well, we had the surrender to the divine card. These messages are a little bit longer. Fortune's wheel, major shift here. What is the message for Aqua? Sacred contract. Number 7.
Contract keep coming up.
You also got this wandering between realms, which I do believe Gemini got. So if you'd like to listen to this card or hear what it has to say, you can click on Gemini's reading. It's all the way at the end, just like we did here. Commitment, sacred contract, and the greater good. You're being invited now by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. The covenant card may also be a call to recognize that an ancient agreement you made with spirit needs to be renewed or canceled and torn up. Is an opportunity showing up right now that is full of promise, but you're unable to sign and seal the deal and commit to it? The reason is that it needs to be evaluated and it needs to be elevated to a sacred covenant. A covenant must be founded on the truth, not your truth or his truth or her truth, but a greater truth that takes the destiny.
I'm with the greater truth. I'm not with people.
The covenant is not about your agenda only.
Facts.
Spirit must be invited to come to the table as a guarantor of the good faith of all, and to ensure that the direction you are embarking in will be for the greater good. It's important that you understand what you're signing up for. Be sure to read the fine print so as not to commit to something you will soon regret or that will compromise your integrity. Do not hesitate to put all of your own cards on the table so that your motives and desires are transparent and nothing is left in the darkness. When shadow elements remain hidden, the covenant breaks down and becomes a contract with an unspoken dark side that is inevitably fulfilled. That's a big message right there, y'all, with that. And that's exactly what I was feeling, like some type of karmic cycle or some type of karmic cycle is over here. Some type of long-standing, maybe it's a family curse, maybe it's a karmic cycle, maybe it's something that you've been repeating for lifetimes in some capacity, but it feels big here. And it really does feel like you're finally moving on, you're moving away, you've made it through the rite of passage, and now you're able to move out of this darkness into the light. So I'm going to grab a message from Ma before this cuts me off, so we can take our breath. Ma, what's the message today?
Yeah, I better stop texting my phone.
Okay. A chapter in your life is closing and will not be reopened. This will be reason for celebration. Whatever you need to release right now shall create the space for what is divinely destined for you to manifest through divine grace. You shall enjoy a change of pace and a release from intensity. Open up your heart to the beginning of a golden era. My beautiful Aquarians, I hope this message helped and resonated. I hope it brought you some clarity and confirmation. I hope you were able to take something from this. Before we tap out, we're going to take a deep cleansing breath. We're going to use our will and visualization to draw in this cosmic energy, this prana, this chi, this ki. We're going to pause, hold the breath at the top, watch ourselves going brighter and brighter, and as we release, we're going to exhale like we're filling up a balloon, watching any negativity, any anxiety, any sadness, any anger, any lower frequencies, whatever it may be, any blockages. We're going to watch it all as black or gray, smoke or static, leaving us so the divine can help us transmute it. So empty your lungs and let's get this breath in. Breathe in. Hold it, squeeze Mula Bandha, raise that energy up, lock it into your heart space, watch yourself growing brighter and brighter, and release.
Peace.
Aquarius, gang, Aquarian
Gang,
family. That is what
gang.
I have for you. I love and appreciate y'all so much.
Peace and love to
and
the
I will
block.
catch